There's a high drive hit the deep left. That one is gone. Home run for Colavito.
From the wonderful world of sports, we bring you Home Run Derby.
Rocky, welcome to Home Run Derby.
Thank you, Mark. It's nice to be here.
Gentlemen, today you're going to go for the big money.
Home run here by Rocky Colavito would be worth $500. High fly ball going back deep to left field. This could be a $500 hit. It's gone over the wall for a home run. That's 3 in a row, 4 runs in this inning for Rocky Colavito. It's $500. The 4th one in a row right now is another $500.
And as I caught the ball, a fan in the lower, well, it was right above that wall, threw a whole cup of beer right in my face. I was livid. So I went up the next time up and I hit a home run. I was really angry, upset. A lot of people think it triggered it, you know, but I think it was something that was going to happen anyway. I hit a home run off of Jerry Walker the first time up. Next 2 times up, I hit 2 in a row off of Arnold Porter Carrero. And then the last time I came up, it was the 9th inning, and I think it was the 9th inning, I'm pretty sure. 8th or 9th, I think it was the 9th. And Herb Score, who's a very close personal friend of mine and my roommate, says to me, okay, Romy, he said, you go up there and you hit number 4. He said, don't fool around, just go up and hit 4. And I said to him, are you kidding? I said, I was 3 for 28 coming in this game. I said, 4 hits is a month for me. I said, you know, so I'll be glad to get a 4 for 4 night. If I get a single, I'll be happy. And that's a God's honest true story. And he said to me, he said, BS, he said to me, go ahead and do it. So I said to him, I didn't say anything to him. I just went up to the plate. And the first pitch from Ernie Johnson, who had not given up a home run at that point, he was their top reliever at the time. And Ernie pushed me back with a high inside fastball. And the next pitch, he got it out just a little bit further. And I hit it up in the seats. And that one I hit as hard as any of them, and I knew it was gone the second I hit it. I ran around the bases until I got home. And then once I hit home, and I jumped up, and all my teammates were out there, and it was just a great moment for me.
Somebody big just died. 9-time MLB All-Star Rocky Colavito is dead at 91 years old. And here to help eulogize him is my friend Mike North. Mike, what's going on, my friend?
Oh, Joe, it's good to talk to you, buddy. I feel like I just saw you a couple days ago, which I did. This is the show that honors the greats, the dead. Some greats not looked upon as great as they should be looked at. And that's why we do Somebody Big Just Died, sponsored by the Cumberland Chapels Funeral Home. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, it's your beautiful chapels, 4 or 5 of them. You have parking all over. 8300 West Lawrence. Great people. Anthony Lupo Sr., Anthony Lupo Jr., the Martinos. They take care of you from beginning to end. They put you through the paces a lot like the Colavito family's going to be going through or has gone through for Rocky. Those are some testimonials there. This is a chapel and funeral home so popular, Sebastian Maniscalco uses it in his act because I know Sebastian's been there. If you're from Chicago, it takes up about a block and a half out there in Norridge. It's a beautiful, beautiful place. It's a good sending off place, if you will, to have your wake or your cremation or your services there for you. Then you go over. Oh, you can do it for bachelor parties. You can go for an evening out. I know Carmen DeFalco and I from the Odds Couple will be on tomorrow at 10 o'clock with our podcast. And then Saturday Live at 10 on ESPN. We went over there and we dabbled in all that beautiful food, the French fries and prime rib. Pennyville Station, ladies and gentlemen, 112 Main Street. Right across from the railroad station, right in the heart of Park Ridge. There's a beautiful row of restaurants there. There's my buddy, my pal, Jesse Rogers, Tony Antonacci, his dad, Tino. Now, he's there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. He's not there tomorrow. Oh, no, he will be there tomorrow. He's off on Thursday, so check him out at Pennyville Station and go see Tony. And they're rolling right now, 847-720-4841. And I think, Joe, we got some other business, some promotions and stuff, right?
Yeah, tune in on the Barroom Network tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Central Time. weekend sport betting tips with the Tooch. And then right after, the Willis twins are going to be talking about the Chicago Bears at 7 p.m. Central. That's going to be a good night. So tune into the Barroom Network and make sure you subscribe.
Yep. Make sure you subscribe, everybody. It's a great place. A great place to hang out. A lot of Bear fans. Most of them are aggravated right now, but that's nothing new.
Just a bit.
White Sox fans, Bear fans, Cub fans, you name it, Hawk fans. It's the worst stretch it's the worst stretch I could ever remember when we had great teams. When we had teams that weren't that good, we always had stars, big stars. And we're devoid of those. But you know what? This guy was a big star. Rocky Colavito. Let me tell you something, how underrated he was. First of all, he was born Rocco Domenico Rocky Colavito Jr. Now, me being half Italian, half Irish, and raised by my dad and mom, but my grandma was right down the street, the Lauricellas, my Uncle Joe and my Uncle Leo. I went to a lot of ball games, and I've always bent more towards my Italian side more than my Irish side. Don't ask me why. Well, my Irish folk lived on the south side for the most part of Chicago, and I didn't see them as much. And I saw my grandmother and my uncles and aunts all the time, but we used to watch baseball together. And one of the young guys, I can name you for every star you can name today. The guys that I saw, Rocky Colavito, Al Kaline, Hank Aaron, Willie Mays, Roberto Clemente, Stan Musial. People want me to get excited about today's ball players, which I am. Ohtani, Judge, guys like that. But my guys and the underrated ones were guys like Vada Pinson and Frank Robinson, who became a Triple Crown winner and MVP in '66. But this guy, Rocky Colavito, I'll never forget, he made the '62 All-Star team. There he is with Harmon Killebrew. I met both these guys as a kid, shook their hands, waited for them when they came out of the ballpark. Okay? Harmon Killebrew was only like 5'10", 5'11". Rocky was a man. And Rocky was a serious-looking dude, nice guy. And I'd wait for the players. The guy I met Killebrew walking into the ballpark when the bus pulled up, and Colavito walking out. Now, being half Italian, my Uncle Joe, who's full Italian, my Uncle Joe, they loved DiMaggio. Who doesn't? What Italian didn't? You know what I mean? But this guy, he had the baseball name, too. You have the Mickey Mantle, okay? Rocky Colavito. And the thing that you loved about Rocky, there he is as a youngster. He was born August 10th, 1933. There he is with Mantle. I think that's Kaline. Of course, I had that baseball card. I had them all. There's Yogi Berra waiting for him at home plate. I don't have any notes. I used to buy Sport magazine every time it came out, every month. And there he is with an endangered species, nuns. That's right.
None your business.
Right. That's when my dream came true. When he became a White Sox. Unfortunately, we'll talk about him a little bit with the White Sox. He didn't do bad when he came to him. We only had him for a little bit. He was born August 10th, 1933 in Burnville, Pennsylvania. Batted right-handed, threw right-handed. His major league debut on my birthday, but 3 years later than my year, 1952. September 10th, 1955 for the Indians, which, by the way, should still be the name of the team. The Guardians' name sucks. Hopefully the Reds are coming. Excuse me. His last major league appearance in 1968, he played for the Yankees. His all-time batting average was .266. He had 374 homers, batted in 1,159 runs.
Wow.
Played for Cleveland from 55 to 59. Then they traded him. He was like Cleveland. I know guys in Youngstown. Pat Traficante. I know the guys from Youngstown. I know people from Cleveland, Munch Bishop, and others that live there. I follow some people on Twitter. They traded Rocky Colavito for Harvey Keene, who was a batting champ. But they must have known something in Detroit. But they traded Rocky to Detroit, and Keene only played that year with the Indians. And so it was a busted trade for them. But he played for the Indians, Detroit, Kansas City, Cleveland again, the White Sox in 67, the Dodgers in 68, the Yankees in 69. He was hanging around like they all do. Keep signing deals. There's Harvey Keene. Imagine that. In this day and age, trading an Italian good-looking guy for that guy. Huh? No, but hey, he was the real deal. And in 1962, we made the All-Star team. So it's at Wrigley Field. They played 2 All-Star games back in the day. Okay? And there's Maris, Mantle, Norm Cash, and Rocky. Joe's going, I never gave you any notes. I don't need notes. These were my guys. He doesn't need them, folks. These were my guys. But this guy made the All-Star team. So in 1962, Joe, don't show me those nuns anymore. I don't want to see those pictures again. I'm starting to break out in a rash. You forget I went to the Catholic school. Okay.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Anyway, they decide, I think it was like the 4th or 5th inning. I'm sitting in the center field bleachers. Now, where they have it Wrigley, they have the bleachers blocked out now. For those, there were seats there. Okay, right. Back in the day. And they would just leave them empty. They sold them for the All-Star game. Who cares if the batter can't see the ball? So me and my uncle are sitting out there. Roger Maris goes to center. Rocky Colavito goes to right. They played 2 All-Star games back in the day. They played the first one in Washington. They waited 2 days. They come to Chicago and play at Wrigley. They play one in the American League, one in the National League. They don't do that anymore. I could see why, but it was cool that they had 2 All-Star games. So each league got one. Maris plays center. He was a right fielder. Colavito plays right. And he had been playing all over. But there was a ball hit between the two. I forgot who hit it. I know Jimmy Pearsall was in that All-Star game, a good friend of mine. He talks about it. I asked him about it. The ball dropped between them. Colavito looked at Maris. Maris looked at Colavito. And it dropped in. They went nose to nose, arguing about who should have caught the ball. So there apparently was no love lost between either the Indians and the Yankees at the time, or between those two. But Maris, I guess, probably said, I can play center. I can't tell whose ball it was, but I never forgot it. And that was in 1962. Two guys joined on the same team. He was a 9-time All-Star, 59, 61 to 62, 64, 65, 66, home run leader. There he is. I know that's an old teammate. He brought up Herb Score, who got blinded in one eye on the line drive. Rocky had diabetes. 9-time All-Star, home run leader in 59, RBI leader in 65. There he is in Little Italy in Cleveland, where his statue was put up. He was in a wheelchair. He hit 4 home runs in one game on June 10th, 1959. He's a member of the Indians Hall of Fame. He was quite a bundle, too. He had some issues with fans and other things. With Cleveland, he held most of the records till Albert Bell came around. Okay? True. But he was a big Cleveland Indian. He also held out a couple times. He didn't want to play for Kansas City, ended up going back to Cleveland. He played for the White Sox. Okay. He was hitting .241 with 5 homers and 21 RBIs. He was traded to the White Sox, we finished 3 games out. Look at that. Those were nice uniforms, too. I like the White Sox stripes there on the bottom on the socks.
Yeah, I wish they still had those.
Yeah. They don't do anything right anymore. Anyway, they really don't. He managed to get 42 hits in 60 games and drive in 30 runs for the White Sox that year. But it was a dream come true because I like Rocky Colavito. He's one of my favorite role players, like, the Mantles, the Marises, like I said, the Robinsons, and guys like that. He had a great, married to one woman. And he was married, it says here, to a lady named Carmen Perotti, a professional dancer, in 1954. He had his right leg amputated in 2015 due to knee problems, due to complications of diabetes. And that's what he died of on December 10th, 2024, at the age of 41. Now, the thing that I liked about the way he batted is he pointed the bat.
Yes, he did.
At the pitcher. In other words, you're in trouble. Let's see if we can see him point the bat. Give me a point there. Come on. Don't worry about Killebrew. He's seething there. I'll tell you about this show in a minute.
I think I got to pull it up. I can restart it. Hang on a second.
I don't want to.
We can get the bat
watch the whole thing again. Just cut it off at that after we get to that one. Yeah. Joe, Home Run Derby. The one they have now sucks compared to that show. That show used to come on every Saturday night.
They did it right. They did 9 innings.
They did 9 innings. They got like $1,000 was like gold to them, to win 2,500. If you hit 3 homers in a row, you got 500.
You get a bonus. Yeah, you get a bonus 500. And that's what I had in the open. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Scott was the announcer. And he'd sit and talk to the batter or to the player that was sitting next to him waiting for his turn as another guy's bombing home runs. And they didn't even want to talk to him. Harmon Killebrew don't even want to say anything to him, But every week it would be like now. Ohtani versus Trout, on a Saturday night on primetime television. We all watched it. And they only played it for 1 year. And then it went away until it was revived in the lousy form that it is now. I mean, they did 9 innings. They got paid for each homer. And the wall was high and it was big. Now, here's another thing about Rocky Colavito. He played in one of the biggest ballparks in Cleveland to hit that many home runs. He had 11 seasons of 20 homers or more. And he played at Tiger Stadium in Detroit, a big ballpark. And before that, at Municipal Stadium in Cleveland. Huge ballpark.
I mean, 30 anywhere else.
Right. I mean, you could fit the ballparks inside Municipal Stadium today. That's how, the Cleveland Browns played football there. 6-time All-Star, AL percentage leader for slugging in 1958. Look at my guy. Hey. 2-time American League total bases leader, home run leader, RBI leader, 11 20 home run seasons, 70 30 home run seasons, 3 40 home run seasons, 6 100 RBI seasons. Are you kidding me? I mean, this guy was unbelievable. 4 consecutive homers in a game. There was no ground ball in between them. He just hit 4 in one game in 1959.
You got to wonder, Mike, with guys like Dick Allen getting the hall after they die. Is this a guy that is one of those guys? I mean, he was so good.
I cannot believe with his 9-time All-Star, he led the league 1 year in fielding. He led the league in fielding 1 year. So he was a pretty good, but his average wasn't good. I think he hit 260 lifetime, and he didn't hit enough.
262, I think I saw.
Yeah. But Rocky was an entertaining player. When he batted, he'd point the bat right at you. And he'd go, and he also got in a fight in the stands, and I guess somebody was harassing his wife, and he jumped in the stands along with the rest of the Indians back in the day. So, I mean, he blew a piston once in a while. What can I tell you, just a great player, great personality, and one of these guys that this show's here for, folks. And we thank Cumberland Chapels once again and Pennyville Station. Without them, we can't do this show. And, this show's not an everyday show, but it seems like an everyday show because a lot of my guys. Yeah, there he is. How you doing? I hit 4 homers in a row. Who does that? Not many. You can't find not even one hand with fingers full. Look at the guy.
Unreal.
Yeah, just a great guy. I have a pennant somewhere, the 1962 All-Star game, and his name's on it. They put all the All-Stars' names on it. They got a little Wrigley Field replica on it at the time. It's just a beautiful memory. He was a great ball player. That's why we do this show, ladies and gentlemen. So on behalf of Cumberland Chapels, on behalf of Pennyville Station, we give our condolences, of course, to the Colavito family. We loved eulogizing Rocco tonight. And I just want to say to Rocco, Domenico, Rocky Colavito Jr., you did just a wonderful job, and you had a wonderful family, your sons and everybody. Want to wish you nothing but the best on behalf of somebody big just died. On behalf of Joe, I'm Mike. We'll see you next time.